All right, today is Animal Kingdom. So you're rolling in and you hit the parking ticket booths. Usually it's around $30 for regular parking and I believe $50 for preferred. Essentially, what preferred means is that you're not going to have to walk 3 football fields in order to get to the park. There is also a people transporter that runs from the parking area. Everybody knows this. We had a wheelchair at the time. We did not test this. It didn't look like there was any place to put a wheelchair. Ours would fold up, but I wasn't sure. So we went ahead and walked the 3 football fields up to the park. And it wasn't a problem. I think one of the benefits of doing this is that you get to know the area. You can look for visual things that are around there. Usually there's like a security booth or there's a barrier, or in a lot of cases we found was there was a little swampy area in each section. You knew that once you saw the swampy area, you were coming to your parking area. Obviously, when you get out of the car, you want to take a picture possibly of the parking sign that you're in. I think, if it's Pinocchio or usually you have heroes and villains. If you can, take a picture. And each lot has also your row has a number, so you want to remember your number. If you can take a picture of that. I found it helpful to, again, sort of turn around and look at the different sites that are around, because that's going to help you. It seems kind of silly, but by walking it, you see all these visual references, and then if you're coming back at night, it actually does help. If you take the transporter and you can't get the transport going back, it could be a little bit tricky. When you are exiting the park, what I would suggest, usually you're going to have to go either to the right. Sometimes they'll let you go through the middle, but it's usually to the right. But coming out of the park, it can be a little bit confusing. Anyway, so we got the wheelchair out and we started heading out there. It was a nice smooth area. It's a wonderful walk. And as we came up, we came into security. And remember, always go to the area that has a wheelchair and also stroller security. They're going to run you through there. You'll bring up the chair. They're wonderful people. You bring up the chair. They'll have you get out. They'll check the chair to see what's in there. It's not very thorough. And then the person, if they can walk, because Beth was ambulatory, they'll go through the security, the metal detector, and then the rest of the folks that are with her will also go through that detector as well. Now that I think about it, one of the things I also noticed is that once the person's in the wheelchair goes through the metal detector, and any people that are with her with the wheelchair, they will also go through, and you'll go through with your bags. And so it's actually quicker than doing security without a stroller or without a wheelchair. And I think they might be a little bit more thorough with the strollers even. So really great. We had really in any of the parks, we had no difficulty going through security. They're really efficient, very kind. And they keep you moving. All right, so once you get through security, which was quick, so you're going to move up to where they collect the ticket. We just use lanyards, and we at Disney they have the plastic cards. You bring up the card. You have 2 readers. I think it looks like a little Mickey Mouse thing, and then you have your fingerprint. You hold up the card until the Mickey Mouse turns green, or yellow. I think it's yellow, and then or white, and then you put your fingerprint. And that will turn white, and then everything will turn green, and then you're good to go, and you walk on through, and then you are now in the kingdom. What we like to do is we usually get there at least an hour early. Earlier, the better. Just because parking is easier, everything's easier. So once you're in there, you're now at the main gate. When we got there, it was for Animal Kingdom. It was early. Rope drop had not happened yet, so that was pretty cool. And so here we are. We're just kind of walking up there. and looking around. It's Animal Kingdom tends to be a little bit warmer and more humid than the other parks. But being from the Mexico and it's a dry heat, it's going to sound weird. I actually kind of like the moisture. And when you breathe, it was actually kind of a little bit hard to breathe. Wasn't used to it, but your lungs aren't drying out. Your skin's not drying out. It's I got used to it pretty quick. Another thing to note is that usually in Florida, it's going to rain usually around 2 o'clock ish. So it might be 1, 2, 3 o'clock, or 4, 5, or 6. It's always going to rain every day around those times. So when you get in there, any rides, any roller coaster rides that are outside, get to those as quickly. Get those out of the way early in the morning, and then move into your dark rides. Now, here we're waiting for rope drop. Beautiful animals. I really do like Animal Kingdom. But we went straight to Avatar, just because I knew the lines would be long. I think we hit Avatar and we did Dinosaur, and then we just kind of walked around. What's hard about Animal Kingdom is incredibly confusing, at least for noobs like us. We even had the app, and we had to take the phone and kind of turn it upside down, which just sounds weird, but you're looking at the map. If you rotate it the other way, it kind of helped me figure out, which direction we were going. It's really bizarre. I don't want to say that they set it up that way to confuse you, but it's very confusing. So take your time, stop, look at your map. You will get there. I think we just did Avatar, we did Dinosaur. I don't remember doing any other rides. We did Everest. So I think we went from Avatar to Everest right away. There's the Tree of Life over there on the right. Crowds weren't too bad in the morning. Again, I think definitely one of the prettier parks. Really, really wonderful time.
Hey, pal, what you doing?
Let's see. We went to Avatar right away because we knew the lines would be long, so we got that out of the way. And then we immediately went to Everest, just in case there was lightning. Lightning is what usually shuts it down. So get all that done early in the morning. We're now nearing Avatar. We're getting into the line here. So as you come up to the line, they're just going to ask you, how can you walk? Can you get out of the chair? And which, of course, Beth can. She can only be in the chair. We had the chair because she can't stand for very long. She has difficulties from a car accident she had, but she also has wounds that heal and then come open again if she does a lot of standing. So she can walk, but she can't stand and walk for very long. And then once they ask you that, they move you right on through. Here's some of the scenes from Avatar. This is toward the top. This is a long hill going up, so be prepared. If you're pushing the wheelchair, you're going to have to go through that. Kind of take your time, be ready. It's a long hill. Once you get up there, they're going to take you to an elevator. If you're in a wheelchair, you and your group, and you'll go up the elevator, and they'll have you right up to the side of the ride, and you'll wait. You can load all your stuff onto the chair, and then they will take care of the chair from there. You'll get on the ride, and then off you go. So there's Everest. I think we were heading over that direction there. There's usually a bathroom around this area here down at the bottom. Okay, so now we're entering into Everest. Everest is really nice. It has a nice queue. That's what we're looking at there. And as you go through, I tend to get into trouble sometimes, so they have bells that are hanging from the roof. If you're tall enough, you can actually ring those bells. And so I enjoyed ringing them because then other people will ring them. It's always fun, and you can hear the trouble that you've caused. What about Avatar else? Avatar was great. I believe, now that I think about it, there wasn't an elevator. We just went because, we went straight up to the ride itself. And it's kind of a motorcycle type ride, and so you get on it that way. So the chair actually stayed in the room with us, now that I remember. And it's very much like soaring across America. The vehicles move out in front of a large movie screen, and then you enjoy the ride. You come back down. As far as Everest, same thing. They ask you, can you walk? You say yes, and they will move you. I don't remember if there was an elevator or not. I think there was, and you'll move up to that area, or there was a ramp. I can't remember, but either way, they'll move you close to the ride, and you'll go into the ride, no problem. Um, Really, there was no difficulties that we found being there at the park with a wheelchair. Um, Everybody was pretty nice. I think again, out of all the parks, I would say the Epic, the newest park over at Universal, they were definitely the nicest. They were the most attentive. They look for you, and they see you. And then they're going to go up and ask you. Here at Disney, you tend to have to kind of wait for them, or go up and sort of ask them. They're not going to put forth an effort. It is what it felt like to me. The parks that did, I think Animal Kingdom was okay. The best one out of it was Epcot. Epcot, really good job. Really good folks there. It was a different vibe at Epcot that I had felt. Okay, moving on. So once we got done with those three rides, we had no problems with Animal Kingdom. The biggest thing is you're going to get lost, and it's very confusing through there. But beautiful scenery. So once we were done there, we went ahead and we just got back into our car. We had to walk, of course, the 3 football fields back to the car. But once done there, you can use that ticket, that parking ticket that you bought at the booth, and it will get you into any of the other parks that day, on the same day, for free. And so we were able to do 3 parks that day. And we focused on just the rides we wanted. So we finished with Animal Kingdom, and then we drove over to Epcot. We felt that it was a lot quicker to do it that way.